We know that Cosmic Fury is going to be the last season of this stage of the franchise, but we also know that after this there will be a reboot and the series will be transformed. Some of the changes we are going to have is that the series will be more focused on a more adult audience, so this should influence the style of the series and also the script. Although these seem to be good changes, no one knows if this is really going to work since there are only two ways. The first way is that the new style of the series will be loved by everyone, and this will turn the Power Rangers into a competitive franchise. If this happens, then the reboot will be a success and the franchise may not need anything else to keep growing. The other option is that the reboot will be a total failure, and this may cause the Power Rangers to disappear forever. In that case, Hasbro will have to look for other options to keep the franchise from disappearing, and there is one option that has been requested by fans. This option is the anime, which has proven to be a success around the world, especially in Japan, where the Power Rangers originally came from. There are even some fans who have created their own versions of the Power Rangers anime, and many artists around the world have created images in their own style. Creating an anime version of the Power Rangers has many advantages, but it also has some disadvantages, and, in this video, we are going to break it all down so that in the end you can make a decision on whether you want this to happen in the franchise. First, I want to start by saying that this idea should not only concentrate on anime, but they can also create other types of animations with different styles. Fans have mentioned anime as it is the one that most closely matches the style of the Power Rangers, as we all know that this series would have a very similar style to Dragon Ball if they were to make it into an anime. If the Power Rangers series is made into an anime, they could create any story, and this is a very important part of it. We all know that even though anime has a lot of entertainment because of the battles, explosions, sounds, and much more, they also have stories with very intense drama. We could even say that the most important part of these series are the stories along with the drama they have behind them, since that is what makes the viewer stay watching everything. Another thing that anime has are the epic moments filled with a lot of tension, and the Power Rangers depends a lot on this. The Power Rangers series has always been full of action and epic moments, but in live-action series it is hard to create tension. In anime this is very common, and it's easy to create all those tense moments without it feeling boring. The good thing about this idea of creating Power Rangers in an anime is that you only need voice actors, and here it doesn't matter the actor's age, physique, or other elements that sometimes prevent an actor from wanting to come back to play the character again. This has always been a problem in all live-action series, since we are human beings, we age, we can die, lose interest, or anything else that prevents us from playing the character. There are anime that have been published for so long that it would be impossible for a human to play that character for so many years having the same mood as at the beginning. Creating these anime opens a world of possibilities, since they could create moments like the legendary battle in a very easy way, and it is very likely to have a better result. Another thing is the Megazord battles, as this has always been something that has limited the Power Rangers a lot, and, in the anime, it's going to be very easy to create it with better results. In the TV series it has always been very expensive to create these Megazord battles, as they must create the whole environment, hire an actor to use the suit, create some parts in CGI, and use a lot of special effects. At the end of it all, the result is not always the best, as it is very difficult to mix all that, and it is even more difficult if you don't have a big budget to invest. In anime this is not going to be a problem. The costs are going to be the same as creating any other part of the series, and the result is going to be much better. The proof has been in all the anime we have seen for many years, which have created super epic battles, and the result is always impressive. There are many people who have said that they should use the stories from the comics to create the anime, and this is an excellent idea. Those who have read the comics know that their stories are very epic and there are moments that I would have loved to see on television. If these comics had animation, music, and dialogue that we could listen to, they would be awesome stories. Why is this happening? The comics have been created for a more adult audience and their stories are dark. There is no silly comedy in these stories. They have even created small stories of 2 or 3 pages exclusively for those silly comedies. These are the factors that have made the comics so good, besides their intense stories, the excellent drawings, and the freedom they have had to create a new and different universe. The idea they have used is the same idea they can use in an anime. Basically, they started with the original story, using the same characters we already know, but as the story progresses they are changing some things and right now nothing is like what we have seen on television. They still use the characters we already know, but they have also created new characters that have been very important in the history of the comic. Another advantage that the cartoons have is the selection of the location, since to film a live-action series you must look for appropriate locations and this is very difficult. There are also places that must be created in CGI and this impacts the budget, so because of this, many producers must change the story. With the drawings they can create the places they need, no matter if it is space, other planets, imaginary places, and anything else they can think of. Time travel and the multiverse are also important details that can be created in cartoons, but in a live-action TV series it is very difficult. We have talked a lot about the advantages, but we must also talk about the few disadvantages that an anime series would have. The reality is that not all Power Rangers fans like anime, so the franchise risks a lot of people jumping ship. The unpredictable part is that there is no telling if anime fans in general will like the Power Rangers series. This is the first risk they must take and one of the main disadvantages this move could have. The other risk is the style of the series, since they should look for a suitable style for the Power Rangers, but I think they should modify some things and take the comics as an example. If they were to create an anime with the style that the Power Rangers has right now, then they could get a children's cartoon, and this would be a disaster since no one watches these kinds of programs. Write in the comments other advantages and disadvantages that this new animated series may have, like this video and subscribe for more Power Rangers anime.